Vegas. That's what I'm talking about. Music plays an important role in my life as an athlete. It's how I connect and share my art with the audience. Alysa Liu just walked onto the American Music Awards red carpet and nobody was ready for it. Not the photographers, not the fans lined up behind the barriers, not the entertainment journalists with their microphones and their rehearsed questions. Nobody. Because when Alysa Liu steps into a room, any room, something in the air changes immediately. And on Monday night at one of music's biggest events of the entire year, she didn't just show up. She arrived. There's a difference. And the moment she stepped out, everyone watching understood exactly what that difference looks like. So, if you think you already know everything about this moment, stay with me because there are layers to this story that make it so much bigger than a red carpet appearance. Now, here's the thing about Alysa Liu that makes this moment hit differently. She isn't a pop star. She isn't an actress, a model, or a social media personality who built her following off red carpet appearances. She is a figure skater. A world-class Olympic gold medal-winning figure skater who just casually walked into one of music's biggest nights looking like she belonged there more than anyone else in the building. And the internet did not take long to notice. Let's talk about the look itself because it deserves its own conversation. Alysa arrived in a sleek all-black ensemble. A dress paired with a matching jacket that gave the whole outfit this sharp, sophisticated edge. She kept the accessories minimal, just silver jewelry that caught the light at exactly the right moments. The vibe was effortless. It wasn't trying too hard. It wasn't loud. It was the kind of look that communicates one thing very clearly. She knows exactly who she is, and she has nothing to prove to anyone. That kind of confidence that genuinely cannot be styled. You either have it or you don't. Alysa Liu absolutely has it. E! News posted the clip almost immediately and they were not subtle about it. They said she deserved gold for the look and honestly given everything she's accomplished in her career that comparison feels very intentional and very accurate. But to really understand why this moment carries so much weight, you have to understand the full picture of who Alysa Liu is and what she's been doing this year alone. Because 2026 has been by any reasonable standard one of the most extraordinary years any athlete in any sport has ever had. She went to the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo, the games hosted across northern Italy, and she didn't just compete, she dominated. She came home with 2 gold medals, 2 at a single Olympic Games. And just to be clear, figure skating is not a sport where that kind of result comes easily. The judging is complex. The competition is globally fierce. And the pressure on that ice under Olympic conditions is incomprehensible to most of us. Alysa Liu made it look like breathing. But here's the detail from those Olympics that directly connects to the armors and makes this entire story feel almost cinematic during her gully skate. That's the celebratory performance at the end of the games where skaters get to have a little more fun. Step outside the strict competitive format and show the crowd something personal. Alysa debuted a brand new routine. She skated to the Pink Panthers and Zara Larsson remix of Stateside. And that song, that remix, it went on to win an AMA on Monday night. So, the song Alysa Liu chose to skate to at the Olympics ended up winning at the very event where she made her stunning red carpet appearance months later. That is not a coincidence. You could write better if you tried. That is just Alysa Liu's life right now. Legendary skating commentators Johnny Weir and Tara Linsky both praised the performance at the time. And if you know anything about figure skating commentary, you know that genuine enthusiastic praise from those two is not something handed out easily. Alysa earned every word of it. And the Olympic medals are only part of the picture. Before 2026, before Italy, before any of this year's chaos and celebration, Alysa Liu had already been collecting the biggest titles the sport offers. World Championships, Grand Prix Finals, US Championships, World Team Trophy. The list of competitions she has won at the highest level reads like a career greatest hits album, except she's still actively adding to it. She did withdraw from the 2026 World Figure Skating Championships, which came after the Olympics wrapped up, but the reason was completely understandable. A packed schedule and not enough recovery time following everything she had already given to those games. When you've just won 2 Olympic golds and performed at the highest level for weeks on end, your body and your mind are allowed to say enough for now. That's not a setback. That's a human being making a smart decision. And even with that withdrawal, even skipping worlds entirely, Alysa Liu still sits at the top of the ISU season world rankings as the #1 figure skater on the planet. Let that land for a second. #1 in the world with a reduced competitive schedule in the back half of the season. That is how dominant she has been. So when she walked onto that AMA red carpet in that all-black outfit with that energy, calm, collected, completely unbothered, it wasn't just a celebrity showing up to an event. It was someone who has been operating at the absolute peak of human athletic achievement all year long, taking a moment to step into a different world and absolutely thriving in it. She didn't seem nervous. She didn't seem out of place. She looked like she does this every single week, which in a way she does. Just usually on ice in front of tens of millions of people watching around the world. The sports and entertainment crossover moment is always a big deal when it works. And when it works, it's usually because the athlete in question has a quality that can't be manufactured or marketed. A genuine star power that exists completely independent of whatever arena they happen to be standing in. She wowed the red carpet. She wowed the internet. And honestly, none of us should be even slightly surprised because this is Alysa Liu, and wherever she goes, she doesn't just show up. She takes over.